Okay, we are working on Word Module 3, End of Module Project 1, which is the Northern Oregon University Foundation document. So I already have my instructions open, and here's my starter document. I'm going to enable editing, and the first thing I need to do is do a save. So I'm going to do a save as, and I'm going to find that folder and on my desktop for this class. There it is right there. Make sure that's open. And then all I need to do is exchange that 1 for a 2. Make sure it's my name that's on there. And scroll down to the footer and make sure that my name is the name that's in the footer. So I've got all that changed, and then we're just going to change this document so that it's ready to be sent out to our alumni. First thing we're going to do is we are going to rotate this picture so that the text is horizontally. And so I'm just going to click on it, and I can come up here. Once I have the picture selected, I can come up here to the picture format, and then I can just click this rotate. And I've got it right there. The next thing I need to do is change the position of the picture to top left with square root, or with square text formatting. So I'm going to come up here to the position, and I'm going to change this position in top left with square text wrapping right there. And so that's going to put. Now we're ready to add a insert bullet. Okay, now we are ready for number 2. Replace the text insert bullet with a round filled bullet, symbol 183. So to do that, I'm going to highlight all of this right here from bracket to bracket. I don't want any of the extra spaces, just the bracket to the bracket. And then I'm going to come up here on insert. I'm going to come over here to symbol. And it lets me know that it's in the symbol font. So I'm going to come over here to symbol. And they're in alphabetical order. Here's symbol. And I can scroll down here to the circle, and you can see it says symbol 183. Then I'm going to insert, closed. And I'm going to add that space back in here because it took it out. Because you want a space before and after it. So we replace that symbol. Then we want to add a dotted bottom border to the address line. So up here on our home tab, we've got our paragraph, and we've got this borders option. I'm going to come down here to borders and shading. I want the second one down. I want the color to be green accent 1. And then I want the width to 1.5 point. And you want it just on the bottom. So just on the bottom here. Have the paragraph and say OK. And now I've got my dotted line all the way across the bottom. And this one, my position must have changed. I want it to be left with square text wrapping. So if yours doesn't look like this, make sure you have the right position, because that's where you want that position. That's how you want your heading to look, right there. Okay, now we are ready for number 4. That's all we're going to do on page 1. on page 2, we're going to format the text, make a gift, change a life. We want that formatting to go to the text, the Northern Oregon University Foundation. So we're going to highlight this text right up here. Then up here on our Home tab, you have this Format Painter. So we're going to select, click that once, then come down here to the Northern Oregon University Foundation. You can see you now have a paintbrush by your insertion point, and you're just going to click and you're going to drag over Northern Oregon University Foundation. So now they have the same font. Now on this picture, we want to change the brightness and contrast to the picture of students. So up here on the picture format bar, you have all of these options over here. And we want to go to the corrections. And we've got our brightness and contrast here. We want to find the plus 20, plus 20. So right here, brightness plus 20 and contrast plus 20. We want to resize the picture to a width of 5 inches. Change that to 5. And then we want to add some alt text. Now alt text is with people, if they're blind, they're using a document reader. This is what it's going to read to them when it sees that picture. And I want it to say group of 5 students walking on campus. Period. Now if we go on down here to this next paragraph, thank you for giving the gift to NOU. There's a lot of different text and text formats down here, and we want this just to be all the same. So I'm going to select that whole paragraph, and I want to clear the formatting. So right over here on the Home tab, we want this A, looks like a little eraser after it. That's going to clear all formatting. So I'm going to highlight that or click on that, and I've cleared all the formatting. Now I want to add some smart art. So we just want to make this picture or this document look a little better. We're going to add the Linear Bin Smart Art in the blank paragraph after in the previous year. So right here, we're going to add some smart art. So I'm going to go to Insert, and here's Smart Art. And this isn't in any, I'm hitting the wrong button, sorry about that. This isn't in any, not in alphabetical order or anything. So I'm going to come back over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at our instructions. And you can see on the instructions, this is what it's supposed to look like. This right down here is the Linear Bin Smart Art. So now I'm going to come back over here and to Smart Art. And I'm going to find that particular Smart Art. And it's right here. It's in the relationship area, and it's right here, the Linear Bin. I'm going to say OK. Now I'm going to do some changes to that Linear Bin. So in this first one, I'm going to click where it says text, and I'm going to type in businesses. And the next one is alumni. Then we have friends. And we have foundations. We want to resize our SmartArt. Now you can see right now I just have one of the SmartArt modules, circles selected. So I need to click off of that. I need to make sure all I'm in is just the SmartArt. So I've got just that one big block around it. And I've got my SmartArt design. And I've got my format up here. I want to change this to a height of 2.3. It's here down at the bottom of this page. I want to change the colors. So I'm going to come up here to SmartArt Design. Here's my colors. And I want to change it Transparent Gradient Range Accent 1. So here's Accent 1. I'm over here to where I have Transparent Gradient Range, Accent 1. And I'm going to change the SmartArt style to where did it go? SmartArt style to Intense Effect. So, come on, right outline, subtle effect, moderate effect. Here's the intense effect. So your SmartArt should be at the bottom of the second page. So now I'm on page 3. I want to set a right align tab stop with the dotted leader at 5.25 for the paragraph gift designations. So I'm just going to put my insertion point here in the gift designations. I'm going to come up here to the Home tab. I'm going to go to the paragraph and then hit tabs. I want the tab position to be at 5.25. I want it to be right aligned, and I want it to have dots. And then I'm going to click Set, and then OK. So now I've got, they're both dotted leaders. That's what that's referred to. And then at the end of the gift designation table, I'm going to insert another row. So up here under Table Layout, I'm going to insert below. And I want to add facilities. Then I want to apply the List Table 3 Accent Table Style. So up here under Table Design, I'm just going to click on this More arrow. I want the List Table 3 Accent 5. So my tables both look the same. Now finally in this paragraph down here I've got this SmartArt. I need to flip it so that you can read the text because right now it's backwards. So I'm going to select the picture, then come up here to the picture format, and where it says rotate, now I can flip. Just going to flip horizontal. I'm going to change the text wrapping to square. So here's my wrap text. I want it to be square. And I want to recolor the picture. So over here, I'm going to go to color. I want to recolor it green, accent 1. And to me that looks yellow, but it's called, that's a green accent 1. Then down here at the very bottom on these boxes down here, I want to change the shape style of the President's Club to Moderate Effect Gold. So I'm going to come up here to the shape format. I want shape styles here. moderate effect gold. Accent 6 right there. And now we're going to use the Format Painter to apply the formatting of the scholarship shape to the fellowship. So I'm just going to highlight this shape, select it, go up to Format Painter, and then put that on the fellowships. Now I'm ready to save my document. I'm going to close it. And I'm going to go to my Blackboard, click on my assignment, and it's the ELM3, and open. So I have my green check mark. I'm going to submit. And I'm going to view my report. Let's look at the report. I got 97 out of 100. So I can look through my report to see what did I do wrong. And it said I didn't choose the wrong color. Okay, so I can go in and I can fix that and make sure. I think I didn't look for the light, but I can go in and I can find that picture, change it to get those 3 points, and resubmit it for the higher grade.